Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new here, I picked the Hemlock and Oak 2023 Daily Planner for my budget planner for this year. If this is your first time seeing this planner, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a beautiful little beast, and I've already ordered my 2024 daily for next year for my budgeting. This is definitely the system I'm going to be keeping up with just because it has given me the best results. So let's get in to this week's review. It's been just a very stressful day, a stressful week, guys. But we are still trucking along. So, they start off with this 2 years at a glance page. I use this for my projected payoffs, just because I tend to be more of a visual person. So just by getting to actually visually see when these things should be paid off, kind of gave me the little boost and the motivation that I need to keep going with this. I did almost kind of crack earlier this morning. But we are back on track and I'm feeling really good about this. So, like I said, I had my projected payoffs. Those are in the pink. And as I was paying them off, I highlighted which accounts and the weeks that I paid them off on. So, like I said, this is the most accounts that I've ever paid off in a year. Normally I'm not this thorough, so like I said, like this system is really working for me. Um, Discover's kind of getting to me right now. I kind of wish it would just go away, but again, we are slow and steady. Um, in one way, I feel like it's impossible to get this thing paid off by the end of the year. But as you're gonna see that like I got way more accounts like you can see from here. In my mind I was starting to think like, since it's impossible, like you messed up, you picked the wrong account, you should have been picking these. And it's funny because for some reason, which I did do the math, and yes, I can have this paid off by the end of this year, if I would switch to Discover payments in the other one, but this one has a lower interest. I know this is a 0% offer, but if this one goes through, it'll be way higher interest than this one right now. So it's funny because they would be about the same amounts right about now. And if I could pay this one off by December, then I can pay this one off. I just really need to pick up speed here. So it kind of gave me that little bit of a motivational boost by doing the math on that. But to get back to this week's review, I'm sorry for rambling, guys. But again, if you're in your own debt payoff journey, you understand, you know, the stress involved with this. Am I doing the right thing? Am I paying the right account? And from what I saw is, yeah, I really do think this is definitely possible. So, one thing that I do like about having this Tetris is that it shows the importance of all of the extra payments. If I would have just been sticking with the standard payment, I mean, I'd still be down here in level 1, guys, because that is the orange blocks. So those extra payments that I have scheduled, those are really kicking butt. So I did get 2 more blocks put on for this week, which is wonderful because like I said, I mean, even if I could just get to level 3, I'd be pretty proud of myself for sticking with it. Um, like I said, I almost gave in this morning, so we're just gonna keep trucking along with what we got planned, right? Okay, so they give you this wonderful year at a glance for the next set of pages. And I mean, I know I talk a lot about the Hemlock and Oak planner. It's because it's the planner that I use. But guys, you can simply just draft one of these up on some sheet paper if you don't want to buy the planner. Again, we are on a budget journey here, so the more you can save, the better. So yeah, no, I took the important days of the year, That would be like birthdays, vehicle expenses, large sums of money in and out, holidays, things like that. I put those on here. Of course, I listed all my paydays, which kind of seems a little silly right now, but at the time, that was important to me. I also keep track of like the focus cards. So if I ended up paying off one of the accounts, I did mark it over here on the side. And of course, I'm keeping track of my credit score, which, guys, I really want that thing to be 700 by the end of the year. I think that would be really cool. Okay, so of course, the number one thing you want to do is if you do have a large amount of accounts like I do, you want to list them, the balances that you owe. It's really hard to figure out if you're making progress on paying your debts off if you don't know the amounts that you owe. This is a very painful page to make in the beginning because, like for the most part, if if you're like me and you're just like, oh, I'll put it on the card, I'll put it on the card, I'll put it on the card, you're visualizing like the $5 at the restaurant, you're visualizing the maybe like 50, 60 that you put for clothes. Doesn't seem like a lot until you actually look at the balance and then you go, holy crap, how did I spend that much? So, yeah, like whenever I made this, I seriously thought it was maybe 13, the highest 15,000. Yeah, it was over 20. So, that is really what motivated me to pick this planner because I was like, okay, we got to get serious now. It kind of sucks, but hey, you can't fix it if you don't acknowledge it, right? So, yeah, I just took all of my accounts. I listed them from smallest to largest. The difference being is these three were 0% offers, so they did have time limits. So that's why I skipped this capital Q and the chase and that. So I did even think about paying this thing off this morning too. But I mean, the minimum's only 25. That's what made me think like, okay, well, I could pay this one off because it is literally the same amount as what I got left on to Discover now, and it is 100 a month. But like I said, this is only 3%. He's 0%, but he does go up to 20% if I don't get it paid off by the end of this year. So that's why I was like, dude, if it's the same amount as this is 3% until the end of next year. And I mean, it's on set payments anyways. So I was like, you know what? No, we need to stay the course and figure out how to get Discover paid off. So let's get into this monthly view here. Again, I adore this planner just because of how simple it is and how easy it is to change it up and use it for what you need. I just simply put all of my bill dues on the respected days. This really gives me like a visualization, especially if you're doing like paycheck to paycheck like I do. It lets you know like what is due and when that next pay is so that you don't sit and think like, oh, I'll pay it with my next pay whenever the thing's due before your next payday. So this method has really helped me out with that, and it helps structure the payments. Okay, let's see here. I do list my monthly goals off to the side. This right here, this is my daily savings. So yes, I'm paying off debt, but I'm also saving money at the same time. Just because, like I call them my emergency funds. You never know if something's going to happen. So instead of having to whip out the credit card for something, I do keep the daily funds off to the side. It's $5 a day. It at first, like when I first started saving, it was like next to impossible. Like I was somebody who really couldn't save like $25 to $50 a month. I don't know why, but those amounts just seemed like too much and I was always pulling back from it. But for some reason, whenever I started doing the $5 a day and I put it in a separate account, it wasn't that big of a deal. So this is the only way that I can really uh, get myself to save money. I am able to do it in two chunks now, so that's the 80 and the 75 because we got 31 days. I do have the no credit card challenge. This month, like I said, is a little bit more rockier than the other ones, but it's still nothing like super extensive. And of course, I had to get the hot water tank back in July. He is another 0% offer. So basically, I just took all my payments and divvied it up. So I think I only got 11 more payments to go with this. So that's kind of nice. I'm 50% of the way there, guys. Feels like it's never going to end again. But hey, it's a 0% offer, and I am taking advantage of that. I do write down my Discover payments. So again, I do $50 extra on Sunday. That seems to work well with my budget. And of course, City's paid off. So the 100 I used to give to that card now goes to the Discover, but I still mark it as City. I always feel it's necessary to know if you have an account when that due date is. Like Best Buy right here, I've had that thing paid off since February, but I still mark it. One, it's nice to put an X on it because you know you paid it off, but at the same time, if you do end up using the card for something, it's a convenient way of knowing when it's due. So I have that City payment again that goes to Discover now, and of course the actual Discover payment. So it is a lot going towards one account, but again, like you saw in that Tetris, the more I can put towards it, the faster that thing's going to pay off. And for some reason, doing these mini payments works better for me. I don't know if it's because it's not like all of it coming out at once, or maybe it's like less mentally. I don't want to say harmful, but it's a little bit easier to bear knowing that, you're paying 50 to Discover than like 400 all at once. I don't know. It's a little bit more bearable to me, I guess. I did actually renew my driver's license, so I got that done. And of course, okay, I had the Vita Authority order, so I went ahead and paid that off. That's up here somewhere. Where are you at? The 6th? Is that, yes, right there. So I got that taken care of, so that is out of the way. And let's get to these wonderful daily pages. Okay, so this is where I would have been leaving things off at. I am getting a little addicted to buying craft supplies, guys, so I do need to tone it down. I never did actually get to write my little prompt here on Sunday. Like I said, it's just been like a go, go, go week. We're about to see. I tried the eating for less challenge again. I did pretty good last week. This week, I can't believe this, but yeah, it just didn't happen. But again, I did spend less. It was only 18, where on this one it was up to 23. It probably helped that I took off for the last 2 days of the week. Yeah. I just needed off, guys. Yeah. So, yeah, everything from September and October is just accumulating, so I just needed some me time, I guess. So, yeah, that was this week's challenge. I pretty much bombed it, but yeah, after looking at it, it's like, okay, you know what? It's not that it's only $3 more. It's only $3 more. It kind of sucks that it's only over 3 days, but hey, at least it wasn't like 100, right? So, of course, I had all that. I did do another Vita order just because other people were running low. I was running low, so that is the credit card charge there. But that should be paid off by the end of the month. I was reminding myself on Tuesday to keep it simple. So I did have dinner for $3 or less, so I did at least achieve that. Got some bills paid. And Wednesday, like I said, I really wasn't into it, guys. I got the body pain back again. I was just in a really grumpy mood, okay? But, I mean, I did learn, I don't know, I have like a nutrition diet type thing of where my body uh, doesn't really allow me to have fruits and vegetables. It sounds weird to me too, but I mean, I've been going through this for like a year and a half now, and it is pretty accurate. Um, Today is the day that I learned that pumpkin is a vegetable. I mean, like, I knew it. Like, if you would have asked me just for, like, basic fact wise, I would have been like, yeah. For some reason, to me, like, in food wise, I never actually pictured pumpkin cookies being a vegetable because it's cookies. So I thought it was safe. Um, yeah, it hurt. So pumpkin cookies are out of the way unless it's artificial pumpkin. But it did really bring me down Wednesday. Um, so yeah, as you can see, like I had to really eat a lot of McDonald's to compensate for that. Again, this is just me personally. This is my diet and nutrition. Honeys, don't eat the candle. Please don't eat the candle. And yes, this is Bert. And yeah, so it does something to the way that my body takes up sodium, so I needed a lot of salt fast, and I don't know about you, but the fastest way of doing that is McDonald's. So, welcome to my weird nutritional diet. Gotta make sure Bert doesn't catch his tail on fire, guys. So, yeah, Wednesday I just wasn't feeling it, but it does make me want to spend. But at least I was able to curb that spending with my Discover points. So I did get some really cool freebies from Etsy. So it wasn't all a loss. Okay, so we got Thursday now, which was my birthday. And again, like I think I mentioned it last week, I don't know, you're probably like this too, but uh, if you are a spender like me, when it comes to like holidays and stuff like this, celebrations, you tend to kind of like give yourself excuses of like, oh, well, it's my birthday. Why shouldn't I buy it? So I at least tried to curb that a little bit again. Of course, I was back at Michael's getting more craft supplies. I am trying to open up a wreath shop, which I did get it opened. That was my birthday present to myself. Now, if I could get the things to sell. So, the joys of opening up an Etsy shop, guys. So, I did get that, but again, like, I keep finding myself buying these things, so I better at least get my monies back from selling them. If I could just at least sell one, that would be wonderful. Um, okay, so yeah, I did end up going to Domino's. Could have just bought a freezer pizza, but again, it was my birthday, and I was like, dude, like, let's just get something. Plus, I was in full craft mode, so really wasn't cooking. I did get my free Starbucks drink for my birthday, so I did kind of save with that. And of course, we have this wonderful Friday the 13th. These are literally my lucky days. I look forward to them. I know other people dread them, but yeah, Friday the 13th are my lucky days, and I did call off work for both of these days, so that's kind of what saved me on the eating out thing. So, granted, I did spend 15 at Domino's, but hey, that wasn't for work, that was for home, right? And my birthday. The poor excuses I give myself. But, yeah, Saturday came in, and, yeah, this is where I went full throttle. So, I think it was the 2 days, at home. It got me really into that spending mood, and again, I was like, yeah, it's my birthday, I deserve it, why not? And yes, I did. I spent, guys. Okay, so yeah, I got my hair done, I got my brows done, colored my hair. Of course, I had to renew my driver's license. Happy birthday to me for that, right? I did pick up more candles from Bath and Body Works because they did have them on sale. Of course, I had to go grocery shopping, and I did. I mean, I've been staring at this planner for a little bit, guys, and I am kind of into the whole manifesting and doing the stars and that type thing. I got into that earlier this year, so I kept seeing the Magic of I planner, and I was like, you know what, I'm giving it a go. Hey, never know. Maybe if I pay my bills by the stars, maybe I'll pay my debts off faster. So, yeah, I did do that. But like I said, I went on a what I call a spending flood. Did I really have the money for this? No. No, I don't. And I really think that it's important to acknowledge that so that we don't keep doing this. But, yeah, I was able to come up with the funds for most of this. I did use my stash funds. Remember, that's the 20 some I take out of each pay. So I do put that off to the side for when I do want to purchase things. This way I don't feel that guilty about it. So I did use those to cover my candle expenses. Plus, I got like free birthday goodies and stuff, guys. Like, you can't just walk in a Bath and Body and just get like one thing. So I did get my birthday surprise. I got my reward. It was buy one, get one on the baby candles. So I did get a lot for 30. It's just, did I have the 30 bucks? Not really. So I pulled it from my stash. So it's not really that guilty. Um, the hair and brows though, but then again, guys, I haven't went forever. And I just really needed something, and I do. I love it. It looks wonderful. I just got to figure out how to pay that. So I got till the end of the month to pull that one out, but I think I can. This one I'm wondering if I'm gonna use. I have planner funds set aside, so probably more than likely I'm gonna pull those, and then that way that one's covered too. But other than that, yes, I did use the card, which I know I shouldn't use, but I did. And so that's why we got a new cards up there. And that brings us to a wonderful Sunday, guys, today. And my morning started off with my 70-some-year-old dad calling me because he can't use his leg. uh, he's a trooper. He is in the best health that I know of for like anybody who's 70, but yeah, whenever he's calling me telling me that he can't use his leg, it's serious because he never really like tells me that he's wounded. So I tried getting him to go to the doctor. He probably does need to go to the doctor. He does not want to. He said if it's not better by tomorrow, we might be going. But I did have to make an emergency trip to Walmart to get him some crutches. I think he'll feel a little bit better if he could at least move around. I really wish he would get checked out though. But yeah, that's how today started. So I did have to use my Walmart card. Of course, I picked up a shoe rack while I was there. Why not? You're stressed out. Let's stress spend. And I did make my Lowe's extra payment. Like I said, I'm 50% of the way there with that one. So I came close to thinking like, this is stupid. Let's just pay other accounts. And I was like, no, dude, you're doing great. You are on track. Just keep going. The Discover again, I was thinking about putting those funds on another account, and again, I kept telling myself, okay, it's going to be the same amount for both of those accounts, and if I'm convincing myself I could pay this one off by December, then I can absolutely pay this one off. So, time will tell. But, excuse me, that's not going to happen if I keep spending like this. So it was kind of like an eye opener there of like, okay, if I could pull the funds out for this type of stuff, then I can definitely pull the funds for this. So we're going to see if that puts me on the right path again, kind of like an eye opener there. So hopefully for this week coming up, I will definitely get my butt in gear, guys, because I really, like I said, I really want that thing paid off. I've had enough. So, I hope you enjoyed my 20-some minute rambling about my bills. And again, like, let me know in the comments. Like, I know I'm not the only one on a budget journey like this. Paying off your debts, paying off your bills can be highly stressful. The one thing that helps me be less stressful is to know that I am not alone. And of course, we do have wonderful student loans picking back up this year. So, again, anything, just let me know how it's going, what you think. Um, just let me know in the comments, guys. I do appreciate all comments. It does really help you motivate to keep going on with these. So, with that, I'm going to leave yous and just again, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more budget reviews.